Today we are reviewing something very cool, very promising. It's the CEIVAlife digital photo frame. It lets you display your pictures wirelessly.
Digital picture frames are always perfect gifts, but nobody wants to learn how to use another gadget. That's why CEIVA makes it as painless as possible with the CEIVAlife frame. Send photos from a cell phone, email, or CEIVA online account directly to the frame through Wi-Fi, or just display them from a memory card. Its high-res LCD will look great in any home for $160.
Now, everyone wants to give one of these to their grandma or grandpa for Christmas, but is there any way that she's going to be able to set it up?
No, I doubt it. No, she'll gnaw on it and then go back to pudding. No, the problem is there's a lot of steps to go through, but it'll be okay, and I promise, because everything is explained clearly, but navigation is tough. You have to use this whole row of buttons at the bottom. So, for example, let's say you want to set up your Wi-Fi connection. You got to go to Menu, Connection Settings, Wireless Settings, Set Up Wireless, and then enter your password, and your grandma's going to have a tough time opening the box. Let's just be honest. So it's not, well, I'm just saying it's not easy for anyone to set up, but once you have it set up, you're good to go.
All right, well, now that we have it set up, and somebody obviously came in.
Thank you, son.
You know, supposedly they're saying that we can email pictures to it and never have to touch it again. And like, you can be in California and your grandma is, you know, where?
Through the power of the internet, it doesn't matter where she is, anywhere.
Yes.
And it's really that simple. And all aspects of the frame can actually be maintained directly from the CEIVA website, which means you can upload pictures from your hard drive, or you can email photos to an email address. Got to be specific there. You can't email them to a physical address. And it'll pop up in your frames, and it'll drop them into your incoming queue. And then the next time the frame syncs up with the site, your pictures are added. So again, you set this up for Gram. You go home and you're like, hey, Gram, look at the photo of the terrible
what you call
sweater.
Your grandma?
Yeah,
Gram?
yeah.
Really?
Gram.
That's weird.
And you want to send her the photo. She's dead. She doesn't care. So let's say you want to send it to the thing. You just email it to her address, and it will automatically appear in her frame. She doesn't have to click and drag it to an SD card. She doesn't have to do anything.
Anything she doesn't really know how to do. Click and drag.
Well, exactly. Yeah. No, she just looks at the frame and then gets amazed and hopefully remembers who we are. And you can actually customize the pictures by adding text. You can crop them. You can rotate them.
It's basically any JPEG that you send her, it'll...
Yeah, pretty much. And there are a ton of features, like you can order prints, you can add channels, which are very cool if you want to get news and weather alerts. The point is, again, set this up at your parents' house, add the content from anywhere you have an internet connection, in addition to displaying from a memory card.
Yeah.
So what I like about this is the notion that I could have one, put it in my house, hand out the email address, and let my friends just send photos to it randomly. I mean, not a good idea if you have the friends that I have, but for everybody else, like, you might find cool photos when you wake up.
The thing is, like, it keeps, like, I think I heard earlier, like 50 pictures on here, but you need, if you want more, a lot of people want more, you have to use
that is a weird limitation. You can only have 50 on your online queue, but they can cycle through them and you can cycle them out.
But you also have that if you want to put a USB, and then you can obviously have more. So, you know, I was looking at this earlier, and I got to say, you know, I wasn't really impressed with the quality of the picture. So what do you think? How does it look in the frame to you?
You know, listen, I think it's pretty good. I mean, it only displays at a max resolution of 1280 by 960. Not the hottest screen by any stretch, but it will automatically resize anything larger than that. It doesn't look anything better than you'd expect. That's right. But at least it gets the job done. That's a writing brainstorming session, as he calls it. So every day, you got to massage the script.
I see this down here. So does it mean that, like, we can swap it out?
Yeah, you can literally just, like, pop off the faceplate and then pop on another one, and there you go. So it's always cool. If you don't like the wood finish, there you go, Jeff and Matt.
There you go. So, $160 for this. Is it worth it?
It's
usually
pricey.
Like $99.
It's pricey, but I would say yeah, it's probably worth it. There's normally a yearly fee of $100.
Oh my!
In addition to the cost of the frame. And
when did you find that?
That's because you're paying for the web service that's built in. I don't like the fee at all. I think it's far too expensive.
Stupid.
Well, we're gonna knock something off the percentage. Don't worry.
It better be a lot.
We're gonna make good on that. Well, here's the thing.
That's really stupid.
CEIVA is running a deal where you get a year of service plus the frame for $200. Yes, Graham is screwed next year because she can't afford it.
But then you can only do like 50 pictures at a time. So maybe for $100 a year, that you should be getting unlimited photos,
when there are web services that will store way more than 50 photos for free, it's a little redonkulous, as they say in the biz, to make you pay $100 a year for it. But hopefully that price goes down. But don't worry, it shall be reflected in the rating.
Well, what is it then?
89% B+.
This is a rating for something that charges you $100.
Well, here's the thing. It may be expensive, and that's why we're knocking it down. But other than that, 83%. We're giving it an 83%. No. I didn't fully attach that. That doesn't normally happen.
But it's very easy.
If you need the perfect gift for mom or Graham, this is it. Set it up for them, and then you can email them all the photos you want. There you go.
There you go. And if you want more gadgets, we'll have more than you can handle when we cover CES 09 Live. This year, G4 will bring you the most extensive live coverage, I'm talking, on television starting the moment the doors open, January 8th and 9th. We got everything, and this is the place to watch it.
Our resident gadget guy, Chris Hardwick, wasn't here today because he's actually been in New York exclusively checking out the new Wired holiday store.
That's right. He's done his homework. Yeah, Wired Magazine opened a store. So he's out there doing his homework and found the coolest gadgets and gizmos, including a new gaming computer and a race car that can climb walls.
What?
That's right. Here's Chris in the Big Apple.